Hey, World Entertainment, and here's one we haven't heard for in a while, but the X-Files, the reboot that is meant to be happening at Disney+, which means it'll probably end up on Hulu, because it'll be the X-Files, but Ryan Coogler has now said that it's going to be super scary and all this stuff, and that it is the next thing he's going to work on, and that apparently he has spoken with Gillian Anderson. Now, the thing when it comes to the speaking with Gillian Anderson doesn't seem to be hinting that he wants her to return as Scully. It just seems to be he reached out to her to maybe ask questions. Now, of course, this is the show that won't have Mulder and Scully as far as we're aware. At least it won't be David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. Won't have Mitch Pileggi. Won't have Chris Carter involved in any way. It's all new, all different X-Files. But let's see what he has to say, because he's talking about this now while promoting Sinners, his new movie that's destroying the box office right now. So it's saying Ryan Coogler says his X-Files reboot is officially next on his slate, and he's aiming to scare the hell out of you. The Black Panther filmmaker offered an update during an interview on last podcast on the left while promoting the release of his new horror movie starring Michael B. Jordan with Sinners, where he confirmed development is moving forward on his reimagining of the X-Files for Disney. That entire last section should just put the shivers of bloody bejesus into you. Anyway, you want to scare the bejesus out of all of us X-Files fans? Say reimagining X-Files for Disney. Voila, job done. So anyway, continue saying, Coogler also revealed he's spoken with Gillian Anderson about the project and teased that if all goes well, the show will feature some really effing scary episodes made for both longtime fans and new viewers. The X-Files reboot has also been described as diverse, which sets off red flags, but from Coogler's latest comments, hopefully it turns out okay, as he is aiming to please the fans. Now, before we jump into what he actually says, this is the thing. While all of these things are worrying, hearing, oh, we're going to diversify the X-Files, even though it was always diverse, that it's going to be a reimagining, and of course, the biggest red flag is, it's for Disney, is the fact that he does seem to be saying, we want to make it for the hardcore fans. He does hint, hey look, if we can get some new fans, cool, but we're making it for the fans. That's the first time we've heard like a creator come out and say that. You don't hear that with Star Trek anymore. You don't even hear that with Doctor Who anymore, or Star Wars or anything. It's all, we want the new audience. He is saying we want the old audience. Problem is, depends what you do with it. And let's all be honest here, none of us really want the X-Files that's not Mulder and Scully. Quite frankly, not even Chris Carter. So, yeah. Let's dive into, though, what he says. So, he says, I'm working on X-Files. That's what is immediately next. I've been excited about that for a long time, and I'm fired up to get back to it. You know, some of those episodes, if we do our jobs right, will be really effing scary. Regarding Gillian Anderson, he stated she starred in the original X-Files as Dana Scully with David Duchovny as Fox Mulder. He said this, I'm talking to the great Gillian Anderson. Yes, she's amazing. She's incredible. And fingers crossed there. I can't wait to see her in Tron. I just seen a trailer for that. When I spoke to her, she was finishing that up. Coogler continued, we are going to try to make something really great and really be something for the real X-Files fans, and maybe find some new ones. That part there is the part you want to hear someone say. Like, flat out, he's like, we're making it for the real fans. And then says, maybe we can find some new ones on the way. So he's not like saying, we're making it for old fans and new fans. He's literally saying we're making it for your hardcore fans, and maybe we can find some new ones on the way. Now again, you do hear there that he's not saying he's talking to Gillian Anderson to get her to return as Scully, even though he does say fingers crossed there. Like, what does he mean by that? that would indicate that maybe he's trying to get her back. But if that's the case, you'd ask, well, why just her? Why would you not try and get Mulder back as well? Not to mention, we don't even know what the idea for the characters are going to be in this new one. And he doesn't speak about that at all. He's just kind of talking about, we want it to kind of be scary and like recapture the essence of the original, stuff like that. Nothing he's talking about is the cast, what the plan is there. Like, are we going to get a new version of Fox and Scully? Like, is it going to be Mulder and Scully but new people playing them? Or is it going to be a continuation series? He hasn't even discussed that. All we know is absolutely no one from the original, at this time anyway, is involved. Particularly the likes of Chris Carter and all those kind of people. But him talking to Gillian Anderson, I don't know if that is regarding he wants her to come back. And if she does come back, number one is question how much of a role. It would probably be literally in the first episode to pass the torch or something. And second of all, would she be willing to do it without David Duchovny? You know, would she not turn around and say, look, thanks for the offer and stuff, but I'll do it providing you bring David back as well, so the two of us can kind of do a passing of the torch or something. Don't know. Either way, the majority of this story is very concerning, you know, reimagining, diverse, Disney. But then what he says about it is what you want to hear. Like, we're doing it for the diehard fans, the real fans. Maybe we can pick some new ones up on the way. Either way, it's going to be interesting to see what the hell happens with this. And to be honest with you, I don't want it. I really don't want an X-Files that isn't made from Chris Carter and starring David Duchovny as Fox Mulder and Gillian Anderson as Dana Scully, or Mitch Pileggi back as Skinner. Don't know what the hell this new thing's going to be, but time will tell, I suppose. Apparently, it's the next thing he's doing. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Let us know what you think of a brand new X-Files for Disney. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.